No, that's what this guy is saying. Most 90% of us own our own homes. No, right? Thank you. We don't own our fucking own homes. We rent. All these people are subletting, renting, leasing. That's not owning. You're leasing. That's not owning. Owning is when you have your own property, you pay for your own land, you pay for your own house. So first of all, your statistics is so wrong. 90% of people do not own their homes in New York City. 90% of New Yorkers are living from paycheck to paycheck and subsidizing housing, which is the biggest housing authority here in New York City, which is called NYCHA. NYCHA is about to evict 12,000 people because they screwed up on the paperwork. And you got this woman here, Asian American New York City Women Council, that's actually squatting. Oh yeah, she squatted. She squatted. So where do you get your statistics from? Ladies and gentlemen, don't believe. NYCHA is the biggest housing authority and land order in New York City. Period. It's always been that way. No one owns their home. People that own their brownstones may have. That's not 90%. That's only 23%. And those 23% are fighting deeds because some people that are not in New York City are literally taking the housing deeds without any repercussions. If you guys didn't read about the housing crisis in New York City, you have these brownstone owners in Brooklyn, and out of nowhere, they being forced out of their homes because some douchebag in, I don't know, Montana has your deeds to your brownstone apartment for some reason. It's a fraud scam. But ladies and gentlemen, you got this woman council here. Ain't nobody rent, ain't no 90% of people in New York City own their own home. That's just a false statistic. This is why you haters don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're not from New York and you're definitely not from fucking United States. Keep your fucking stupid opinions to yourself. Because everything that you say, I'm just gonna save it and share it. So now I'm sharing what is really going on. You see this woman? She's supposed to be a city council, but she's squatting. She owes $50,000 in back rent. And you talking about people own, 90% of New Yorkers own their homes? 90% of these people are not from New York. What the fuck are you talking about? None of these people are from New York. These are from China, Korea, Taiwan. Where do you see real New Yorkers? Most of these people that just moved in this neighborhood are not New Yorkers. They are subletting. They are renting. And after their first year, they move out. Why? Because it's too expensive. They just want the, mind you, people that live in this neighborhood, particularly, ask everyone. They move out in their first year. Why? Because their first year is just to show off. I want to look cool. I don't want to be fancy. I don't want to look important. Living here is not fucking important. Living here just shows the lack of responsibility and observation. Like I said, everyone, you got a city councilwoman here squatting. Does she own her own home? No. But she makes more than I do, 5 times more than I do, and she's still squatting. You don't know what you're talking about. Stay out of New York City affairs. Period. Let the real journalism and journalists like myself do the job. Because you don't know your statistics. Just like you blame black African Americans, mind you, we just debunked that. Me and an Asian woman debunked all your bullshit claims. So ladies and gentlemen, for the record, I'm homeless today now. Officially homeless. I checked out the hotel because financially I can't afford the rent. So, like everyone else, like I said, This July, actually this month, July and August, NYCHA is evicting 12,000 people. So how does 12,000 people own their own homes when you have a bunch of housing authorities and housing projects? You have over 50 housing projects in New York City. NYCHA owns most of the property land in New York City. No one, 90% of fucking New Yorkers don't own their own home. Only 23%. You need to get your statistics right before you start speaking. Do your research. Stop making up shit. Always gotta be making up shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm homeless because these assholes that are harassing me with these bullshit statistics and getting me swatted and getting me kicked out of another hotel establishment, costing me thousands of dollars. Acting like they know what's best when they don't even live here. They've never even been here. One of them called New York City NYPD. Check this out. One of them called NYPD, the Long Island City BK Police Department. There's no such thing. There's no such thing, bro. There is no such thing as the Long Island City Police Department. Where do you get the Long Island City BK Police Department? This is how arrogant these people are. Look, he wrote it himself. Look at these emails of these stupid ass people with no common sense, no education. Mind you, he's the same one that says, I'm right. He doesn't have a high school diploma. He doesn't have a college degree. Where's that statement? Where's that statement? Like I said, man. Where is it? You're right. I don't need a job. It's called entrepreneurship, right? You don't need a high school diploma, like you said. You don't need one. That's why you're a fucking dummy. You're the biggest dummy. The biggest dummy. All of you haters, stop fucking hating. Because I'm coming after you, Phyllis. Christian, Christopher. Yeah, I mentioned the names of the people that have been stalking me. You better be petrified. Because I'm coming after you, boy. I'm unhinged. You better be worried. Because you're not so smart. See, there's been people watching you. You don't even fucking know it. You're too stupid. You think you are committing injustice? You think you're serving the people justice by bothering an innocent, no convicted criminal? Mind you, you're a criminal. I bet you got a criminal record. But I don't. You don't have a goddamn job. And you're definitely not an entrepreneurship. Because people that are entrepreneurs would have come to New York and increased their entrepreneurship. You don't live in the entrepreneur city like New York. You said you're an entrepreneur, but you ain't here, bro. You called yourself a businessman. You're not a businessman. You're a fraud. You're a con. You're a scam. All you do is talk, talk, talk. That's why when people find your account, which they already did, they're going to call you out for your lies. You're not an entrepreneurship. Ghost in the Shell, you can kiss my ass too, bro. Sending me fucking pictures of homeless men? So that's your brother? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you stupid? You racist fucking pricks. You're white, aren't you? Because every time you say, your people, that you're not me. That's when I know you're not black. You racist fucking pricks. Stop making up statistics. Look what's in front of you. You got city councilmen and Democrats committing more crimes than anyone else in this fucking city. And you worry about an innocent man that's been working all his life and has been suffering for in and out of homelessness for the last 5 years. You acting like you are his guardian. Nigga, you ain't my guardian. You ain't my fucking parent. You don't tell a 47-year-old man to do. You only 31. Yeah, I know who you are. You stupid. You're 31 and you live with your mother. And you call yourself an entrepreneur? Get the fuck out of here, bro. She's the biggest con. She's squatting and she's a city council. You don't see me squatting, violating people's trust, rights, property, trespassing. She's basically committed several crimes by squatting. And you talking about me? I have not squatted once in this fucking city. I work for mine. I always will work for mine. And that's why you're mad. Because I'm always better and bigger and always stronger than you. So stop the fucking bullshit. Go on with your life. Or too late. Because your life is about to be destroyed. Because you keep emailing me. Go read a fucking book. Go learn another language. You don't even speak the languages that I speak. And you got the nerve to compare yourself with me? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? You can't even spell a simple 5-letter word. And you call yourself an entrepreneur. You can't even spell the word suing. You have to add another vowel into the word. That's how uneducated you are. You said it yourself, you moron. Where's this goddamn email? He's the one that said he don't need a high school diploma. He don't need none of that. Where's that fucking email? I can't even see. This, like I said, everyone. Like I said, everyone. This guy here thinks he knows everything about New York, but he doesn't even fucking live here. He called NYPD, the Long Island City BK, the police department. You fucking foreigner. Go stick to your own bullshit. Ain't no such thing as a fucking Long Island City BK police department in New York City. It's only the NYPD. And they're precincts, you dumb shit face. This generation of young people are just dumb, uneducated. You the one that said you didn't have a high school diploma. You don't need a college degree. You drop out, you're a fucking dropout. You're a fucking dropout. Got the nerve to compare yourself with me. You goddamn crazy, bro. You must be smoking some heavy crack. You gotta be smoking some crack. Cause something wrong with you, boy. Something definitely wrong with you. Cause you smoking lots of that shit. It's right here, everybody. He said it himself. You're right. I don't need a job because it's called entrepreneurship. But you don't have a high school diploma or college degree. And you live with your parents. Stop pretending you got money. You don't have money. You wake up at a certain time. You email me because you're bored. You got nothing else to do. Entrepreneurs do not sit at a computer harassing one man that has no criminal record. You know what I did for this country? You got the nerve to insult me? You know what I did for these fucking people? You don't feed people. You don't go out here and take your chances. You don't help try to communicate. You're only here to fucking insult and fucking make people's lives miserable. That's who you are, a loser. And you always will be a loser. All of you are a bunch of losers. If you want to fuck with me, then come here in my face and say it. But you won't. It's been 2 years and you still haven't appeared because you're too cowardly. You're not a man. You're a little boy. So stay in a little boy's place. Like I said, you will never come to Brooklyn talking that nonsense. You'll never come to Queens. You'll never come to the Bronx. Matter of fact, come to the Bronx. My man Ramel will knock you out. Yeah, you won't come to the Bronx? Because everyone here in Long Island is scared of the Bronx. Like I said, you ain't from New York. None of you. You got no right to sit here and judge someone for asking the community for help. I can ask the community for help all I want. I just expose everybody for the fraud they are. The money they owe me. The shit they do to me. The people that also want free work but don't want to give me work. Hey, I don't want to hear that no more on this channel. Take your bullshit trash emails. Actually keep emailing me because that's what we want you to do. Keep on building that fucking criminal history. Stalkers, you're a serial stalker. You don't got no job. You're right. You got no job. You got no. You just sit there at someone else's. Mind you, you didn't even pay for that device, did you? Because you don't even got the money to pay for it. You don't have the money. You're sitting here judging New Yorkers. You're not even in New York. None of these people are natives. I'm the native. 47 years of this nonsense bullshit. 47, and you wonder why I left. Because it's still bullshit. It's still bullshit. I just showed you how electricity costs in New York City is the highest in the nation. Con Edison is ripping everyone off. And you think you have all the answers. Nigga, go get a high school education before you start talking to me.